and the Indians get a day off, but they've got a 3-game series at Detroit tomorrow. So let's talk about the Indians first, because when the Indians lost that doubleheader to Minnesota, I figured, okay, it's over, and then they win the next night, and I go, oh, all right, it's still a little bit of an opening here, especially the elixir, as you call it. The Detroit Tigers are the team that the Indians are going to have to beat here in that 3-game series coming up tomorrow. So what's going to happen here?
Well, I really expect the Indians to sweep. I mean, they have them here at home, and when they play pretty well at Progressive Field. They have to win 2 of 3.
No, they have to win 3 of 3.
I think yes. I think that yes. But I mean, if they don't win at least 2, then I think they're really cooked. But and they're 4.5 behind the Twins, and you can't even say they can't catch them, because mathematically they can.
Sure.
I don't think that's going to happen.
No, they had their chance.
And I think it's important to they're 2.5 behind the A's for that first wild card spot. You really want to win. If you're going to be the wild card, you really want to be the home team.
Absolutely. Let's take a look at the standings. We'll see what Jeff is talking about. Here you've got Oakland. They got a 1.5 lead over Tampa, and another 1.5 Tampa over Cleveland. But again, Tampa has 2 games at Dodger Stadium tonight and tomorrow, and Oakland, I forget who Oakland has, but right now you got to overtake Tampa Bay and see what happens there. The Indians' record 87-63. Here's what the Indians have. They've got Detroit and Philadelphia at home. They're at Chicago. Seems for the 8th time this season.
Yeah, you're right.
They always play. And Washington, the last 3 games of the season. Hopefully they'll have it wrapped up by that point. Here's what the Rays have. The Dodgers for 2. The Red Sox, who are out of it obviously, but they still got enough talent to go in and win. And then the Yankees, who need wins because they're a game behind Houston right now. And then Toronto, who can't beat anybody. There you go with Oakland. You see Kansas City and Texas and the Angels and Seattle. I would assume the smart money would be on them sweeping the rest of the games.
I mean, the A's have the easiest path by far of all the contenders. That would include the Indians and the Twins.
Right. Is it possible, because you're talking about getting things factually correct, is it possible to use the word loss column without saying the all-important loss column?
No, I don't. You're right. That's pretty redundant, right? I mean, that's as important as the win column, right? But you're right. But
there's no all-important win column,
right? I mean, I think it could end up being. I think the Rays are going to be the team that's going to end up
on the outside.
On the outside,
with the Indians taking that second spot.
And that because that really is a tough schedule they have.
And by the way, if they tie, the Indians and the Rays tie, they got to play 1 game before the 1 game.
Right. Yeah, there isn't a tiebreaker. The tiebreaker only determines home field advantage for that one playoff before the playoff.
We got it.
Yeah, so
I think I understand.
So
I'll tell you what,
fun.
Win every game and take your chances of where they tell you to play.
Right. Yeah, and I'll tell you what. I mean, that game yesterday, Les, I was down there. They're losing 4-2 after Shane Bieber gives up 2 home runs in the top of the 6th. It didn't look good, but then the Twins really helped them with 4 errors. I mean, they didn't know what they were doing, and then
they might be celebrating too early.
Yeah, and then Roberto Perez, he just crushed a 3-run homer. And I'll tell you what, I think we might have discussed this an earlier time. I said he was the first half MVP for the Indians because no one would have expected him to do what he did. And I'm certainly not saying he's a better player than Lindor. But I'll tell you what, man, Roberto Perez.
He's been terrific.
Yeah, he caught.
I would have said Santana's the MVP on this team.
Okay, that's fine. But I'm just saying nobody expected Roberto Perez to hit 23 home runs. I think he has 58 RBI now.